Tigers Today is back with another episode. I'm your host, Ron Sinha, along with my co-host here, Brendan Lafferty. Today, we have two special guests on our new podcast. We have Owen Reedy,
hello,
a fellow classmate and good friend of ours.
Who also helped out last year.
Yes. Massive part of the podcast club last year before we all know what happened after. And another special guest we have here today, Mr. Christie, our guidance counselor.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes. The guy they named twice. Chris Christie, because he's so nice.
Chris.
Superhero name.
Chris Christie, the man.
That was always the nickname.
Brendan, let's pan to you.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining. I think this is actually out of all the episodes we've done this year and last year, we've never done an interview, especially with the teacher.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think this will be a great episode. Definitely giving a lot of insight on a teacher's life, teacher's perspective.
Yeah.
And we're really excited.
I'm psyched too.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
So we have a little list of questions here.
Okay.
And I'd like to get started with this one, I think.
Yeah.
The big question. Why did you become a guidance counselor?
Why did I become a guidance counselor?
Yeah.
So I kind of grew into it. I think even way back when I was a little kid, I was like 5 years old. I always wanted to kind of like help everyone in my house, like my mom, my dad. So my mom bought me a doctor's kit when I was 5, and I would go around the house and check temperatures and blood pressure of my dad. So I just knew the instinct was I wanted to like help.
Yeah,
I didn't
help
know quite
people.
what. Yeah.
No.
So went to college for health sciences. I was going to be a health teacher originally.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Healthy.
prompted that?
Well, I always wanted to do something in health fields.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I get
quite,
that.
not a doctor, but work with people. So I didn't know quite what yet to do. So my senior year at Worcester State, I took a class at Assumption. It was free because it was part of the consortium of colleges. And I took a psychology and an intro to guidance class, and it kind of sparked my interest.
Yeah.
And went right to grad school.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
When
would
you
you say is
started-
your favorite thing about being
About-
a guidance counselor?
Oh, I love how dealing with you guys, the kids, and the day's never the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Me showing up at your office like 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's okay. But
Yeah.
I mean, other jobs you go and it's the same thing, different day. Sometimes you do the same.
Right.
Not this job. This job's like you never know what's going to happen. It's
Spicing
great.
it up.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd all that health science and psychology stuff transfer into your job in admissions? 'Cause I know you worked like that for a while.
Yeah, this is what happened. So when I graduated in '96 from Assumption from grad school, there weren't really any guidance openings at the time. There weren't jobs out there. So I was new, out of college. I had no experience other than my internship. So I was kind of running into roadblocks with jobs because there weren't many openings.
Yeah.
So I was at Assumption, and I did a lot of stuff there as a grad student. So they said, "Hey, you'd be great in admissions because you've got like a personality that people, grasp onto." So
Yeah.
I became an admissions counselor, and I had Littleton as my school for 9 years in admissions. I would come and be a rep.
That's sick.
Yeah, and at the time, the vice principal was the director of guidance, and she knew I was certified. And she called me literally like 2 weeks into August saying, "Hey, you're still certified?" I said, "I am." She goes, "I want to see you today." And at that point, in the summertime, I was doing landscaping. And I said, "When, today?"
Yeah.
She goes, "Yeah, just come by." I said, "I look terrible. I'm mowing lawns." She goes, "Just show up." So got there and got the job.
That's sweet.
It's been the best move ever since.
That's awesome. What
Yeah.
would you say the hardest part about being a guidance counselor is?
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
The
It's
hardest part?
yeah. I bet there's a lot of things. But
There's a lot of
yeah,
things.
I
But
know.
hardest part for me is telling a kid, no, can't do
Mm-hmm.
this. No, we can't do that. When I know there are ways that we can help that situation, but to keep things level with the school, and I have to say no a lot of times when I don't want to say no, but I have to.
Yeah.
That's the
I
hardest
think
part.
I think one of the points that I wanted to bring up, I put a little bullet point here,
Yeah.
is we still a small school compared to
Yeah.
others, but we still have 400, 500 students at our school, and we only have 2 guidance counselors,
Yeah.
you and Miss E. It's split up by the alphabet for people that
Alphabet.
don't know.
Yeah.
So A through L.
A through K.
Or A through K, sorry.
I
A through K.
have you.
Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
A through
L
K.
through Z.
Yeah, A through K, and then L through Z gets Christy.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a very large amount of students, and that's a very low amount of guidance counselors. I've heard from other schools there's like at least like 6 guidance counselors spread out, because not only do you have to deal with seniors, us, going through the stressful college process, you have to deal with freshmen, sophomore, and then juniors who are going to prepare to start the college process. So I feel like, do you feel like that it's proportionate to the amount of students we have at our school that we only have 2 guidance counselors?
In our school, it works. And I'll tell you why. Because even though it's only 2 of us, we have a big family of office people that help. Like Mr. Camo, he's a part-time guidance counselor. He really is. He does a lot to help us out. Then we have Dr. Turner, we have Mrs. Benson, who are psychologists. And I think Miss He and I have a really good chemistry, so we know already, 3rd year in together here working, when we need help, when we need to reach out to somewhere else, or when we need to help each other. But Mr. Camo, I'll be honest with you, I'm not to toot his horn too much, but he's part-time guidance.
Yeah.
He helps a lot.
He helped a lot with the schedule, especially at least for me this year.
As well.
But like during the summertime, he does a lot of the changes with us to help us out. But we're a small amount of school that we get to know you guys, so I feel like it's manageable. I think if we were at like 600 kids, we would need another person.
So you think even with like having about 210 kids per guidance counselor, you can still make like a real bond with each of them?
I feel like we do. I feel like I do. I feel like by the time they're your age, I know everybody really well.
Yeah. I think siblings too is a big thing. Like you kind of already knew me because of my brother, and we all had siblings here.
Yeah.
So
and that's changing now, guys. You guys are like the end of it.
I know.
In a way, like all the kids in freshman class, a lot of them are
They're the
first generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have very few little siblings.
yeah, but like I said, man, that close knit office community really helps.
And that kind of aligns with just the theme of this town in general.
Oh,
Just, like the tight knit community goes with every age. I feel like.
Yeah.
So
I think the most surprising thing for me in the college process was obviously the guidance counselor has to write a letter of recommendation.
for
But
all of
you've
them.
got to write that for every single
student.
kid in our grade. I mean, that's a plan in the college, but still a majority of our grade.
It's a lot. That's a hard part.
How do you navigate your time management? Because you've got. I bet
I
it's
do
a
it
lot,
at
right?
home at night, of course. I try to get at least 3 letters a night done, like during the heavy duty season.
Yeah.
And as you know, you guys apply to the
tough.
same schools.
Yeah.
That's why we have the brag sheets and stuff from parents, and we get a lot of information on that.
Score too, right?
Yeah,
Good.
score too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Biggest tip. Any juniors that are watching right
Yeah.
now, get ahead.
Get ahead,
Oh my
juniors.
gosh.
Oh, they will.
Get on that.
I
so
know.
many sneaky things that come up.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story. The one time me and Benny went to Mr.
Benny.
Christie's.
So funny.
Shout out to my guy Benny.
Shout out, Benny.
The kid's hilarious.
Benny. So this
He
is right before. I remember this like it was yesterday. It was Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my Austin Powers costume. I'm about to go
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
And he's staying because he has to fill out this last minute score thing.
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't do that myself. So I was doing it with him.
Yeah.
And then we go into Mr. Christie's office and we both turn ours in. And Mr. Christie told me, you didn't have to do this because I already wrote your letter of recommendation. I already know enough about you.
I know
And
about
Benny's like, come on, man. Like, Benny's like, where's this kind of treatment for me? And I was like, wow, like that kind of, that does go a long way having siblings.
Yeah,
like
it
in
does.
your favor.
Especially
just
2 siblings.
because
Yeah.
like my responses to that form weren't very detailed. It was just to get him in. So yeah,
and
that
I
does
knew
matter.
you from like soccer. Mr. Walsh had a lot of things to tell me, your classes, your transcript, but just your family.
Yeah.
I met your dad. I can't tell you how many times with your brother, and then
true.
so
That's true.
just the whole and your family. You know what I mean?
And Owen.
Same
Yeah,
with
and
you.
mine, yeah.
No, but you just get a feel for the family and the kid when they're in school, so it's easy to flow a good letter out, and because that's what colleges want. They want the backstory of the kid. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't want me to rehash what's on your transcript
exactly.
and sports. They already know that. They want to know like your character. And that's what our letter comes in.
Yeah, like Mrs. Berlinger was one of the people who wrote one of my letters, and she wanted to bring up how I have all of my eye problems and nystagmus. I've had it since I was born, because that's like that kind of like tearjerker factor that some colleges are looking for in the past, even though it didn't really make that much of an impact on my life.
But like, no, I think if you can, the more you can make stuff personal, it's your application's going to stand out more. At the end of the day, you want to be yourself. Yourself is the most unique. So maybe bring up maybe a problem that you have with your eye, or I don't, it's just soccer or something with like a family member. That can help a lot, I think.
Another good thing is Mrs. Gillen also wrote one of my letters. She has a really detailed like suggestion sheet, better than any of the other teachers I asked.
That's cool.
She has like, you have rows for each of the school years, and then you have columns like academics, athletics, extracurriculars, other, and you just list everything you've ever done, every award you've gotten.
Yeah.
So I think it takes a lot of brain searching to remember stuff from freshman year, but it's very, very detailed and it's good.
I'll say it again for the juniors. Start asking for those letters of recommendation. There's nothing. There's no such thing as too early.
Yeah, before the school year ends, junior.
That's when I did it, like May of junior year.
Yeah. It just takes so much stress. You're going to get it earlier. You're going to be less stressed, and your teacher's going to be less stressed.
Well, we're going to have junior seminar for them with SCORE, and it's going to be a little...
Pay attention, juniors. Pay attention. I should have paid more attention. No, and it would have helped me a lot.
No, you know what though? You guys were at a disadvantage because that was the first year we used SCORE ever.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went from Naviance to the SCORE program.
Yeah. It's not that scary.
No.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
What was Naviance like? I've heard about that.
Naviance was fancier in a weird way, but not as thorough as SCORE. Even the name Naviance. Come on, who comes up with Naviance?
That name has a little flair to it.
Naviance. It's like ambiance. You go to a restaurant.
Why'd you transition?
Miss He found SCORE, and she's like, you know what? This is a better. And she's younger, obviously, and up with the technology times better. And she saw it and was like, boom, this is it. We got to use this, and it's free.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Naviance was like $15,000 a year.
Really?
God, the school system. Yeah. SCORE is free. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the transition.
But also it's easier to use, I feel like submitting apps, materials.
Very simple.
How is submitting like letters of recommendation? Yeah. Because we don't directly do it through the Common App. We do it. Yeah. Is it pretty easy? The process to SCORE make it easy for you guys?
Once we know you applied, it tells us that, Brendan, Owen, Ronit just applied, and it flashes on our email, SCORE applicant just went through, check it out. You hit check it out, and it goes right to yours. And I'm like, he just sent it to Clemson, so I better send something now.
It's a good system. It's nice, and from the student perspective, you can see all the documents that were sent, when it was sent. It's a good system. Yeah.
There's definitely more parts to asking for the letter of recommendation. I thought you asked letter of recommendation, and I can just chill. No, there's all these little things on Common App, all these little things on SCORE. Yeah. So you're never really taking a rest. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I learned.
Yeah.
And all the colleges have different like required and optional amounts for stuff. So I always try to get all three of my letters in. So sometimes there were only 2 allowed teacher recommendations, and then you could have like an other recommendation. I just throw my third teacher in there.
Yeah.
Or I just tried to do it so I could always get my 3 letters. I think there was only one school that I could only put my 2. And then I had to judge.
I think Christian remembers I had that problem because I thought that for every school you could like send every letter. So like I had 3 letters of recommendation. So all of a sudden when a school was like, we only take 1, I was confused.
Yeah.
So I the whole thing with Christy.
We changed it.
Yeah.
We fixed it.
It all works out in the end.
Yeah.
So maybe quick transition. Mm-hmm. What advice do you have for students unsure about their future career paths? Because obviously that's a big thing.
This was me as well, so I'm interested.
Yeah,
so,
we're actually listening.
Number 1 advice: don't stress yet. Don't freak out. Mm-hmm. Freshman, sophomore year of college is a time for you to kind of explore things. Like I didn't know I wanted to do health. freshman year.
Yeah.
You know what I was? I was a graphic arts major.
Yeah.
And when I realized I wasn't great at art, I'm like, oh. Then I switched to, because I love cars, I switched to industrial design. I wanted to be a car designer someday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't have the math skills for that. So let's see. What do my mom's like, you're a good person, do health. So, I mean, it just happens. You grow
good
into
people.
it. You
I
do.
mean, there are
Yeah.
tons of stories
So-
about people, they don't get their specialties until junior, senior year. Like Mr. Gillen, he didn't know what kind of chemistry he was going to specialize in until junior year. Another example, Mr. Rowe, who came and talked at the SNHS meeting. I don't think, maybe I'm just pulling this out of my butt, but there are a lot of people that switch majors, switch schools, and
100%.
just
Guys, you don't
completely
even know.
do a 180.
You don't even know how many requests I get a year from graduates saying I'm transferring to such and such, or can I have my transcript to go to this? Because they figure it out as you go. You really do.
Yeah.
And you still finish in 4 years.
Yeah. No, yeah. When I was touring Ohio State, I don't know the exact percent, but it was a pretty large amount of people, like freshmen going to sophomore year, who changed their major.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing, and that was honestly one of the hardest parts of my application,
Yeah.
figuring out what I want to major in.
Yeah.
But the probably biggest advice was just stop stressing. Like, you might end up changing your major.
Yeah.
You might end up going to it and loving it, but you will have the option. You don't just because you pick that major, you're not set for that for
Not
life.
set,
You're
no.
gonna try multiple things.
Yeah,
throughout
like,
college.
my brother Liam, he went to Middlesex Community for a year, then he got that automatic transfer to UMass, and then he hated a UMass, so he's going to UMass Lowell now, and he's finishing his college career. Still
you
4 years, but 3 colleges.
Did you guys know the average student changes their major 3 to 4 times?
Really?
Oh my
The
gosh.
average.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Mrs. Nolan, you guys remember Miss Nolan? She found that stat somewhere, and she used to always tell the kids, "Don't fret, you're gonna figure this out."
Yeah.
And it happens. It does.
But I totally get why kids freak out about it.
Oh yeah,
'Cause-
me too.
Yeah, it's
I mean, when I was doing my applications, every time I was like, oh, do I have to pick a major? Because I know undecided isn't a good look.
And it's
But
so important.
there are so many of these
Yeah.
things that I'm interested
It's
in.
actually not
I
a
don't know
bad
which
look,
one to
though.
pick.
let's talk about undecided.
That's
for-
a
for little.
misperception on people's part. It's not a bad look to be
Right.
undecided. It really isn't.
Yeah, I think so I did apply undecided to some of my schools.
Yeah.
I applied business for my other ones, but I don't think undecided is that bad. I think
No.
people do just have multiple interests, and I think colleges know like
Yeah.
this kid, you don't have to be set on something right when you step
they
on
know.
campus. So, I don't think it's. What's your opinion about kids applying undecided?
I think undecided is great, and that you got to remember colleges are businesses. They want you there regardless, whether you're going to be decided or undecided, but they want to make sure you're going to graduate from there and make it. That's why they go through admissions. They want to say, hey, this kid's got successful traits. He's going to succeed and graduate from here if he comes. The only major you really need to know from day one would be nursing.
Right.
You have to know you want to go into nursing.
Yeah.
And some of the like engineering and computer science classes you need to kind of know. From the
Yeah.
I feel like in computer science, I've seen a lot of journeys of people going through computer
Yeah.
science. They kind of figure it out during
Oh, yeah.
college.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people go and major in computer science,
Yeah.
and they've never taken a high school computer
Yeah.
science class. So I think, especially for the short term, picking a major, it's different because if you have to write a different essay for each different major, and that's like extremely short term though. In case if you're just like trying to get an application in.
And some schools
Yeah.
don't
But,
even
like-
ask that, but yeah.
No, yeah. So
I'll be honest with you too. It's never too late to change like a path of career. I mean,
Yeah.
there are teachers in our building that before teaching were in business or in industry. You guys remember Dr. Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a big like industrialist person with physics, and he had a high level engineering job, and he's realized, you know
My
what, I
brother
don't wanna
raved
do
about
this.
him. He told me he was.
I know. I don't want to do
very
this anymore. I want to work with kids. So he became
Yeah.
a teacher.
Yeah.
So it's
What
okay.
did he teach?
Physics.
He was the physics
AP.
teacher
He was the
before Dr. Michaud.
He taught all the physics and engineering courses originally.
Yeah.
He did them all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard very good things about him.
Yeah.
He kind of disappeared. Some stuff went on.
Physics, man. Numbers.
I know, numbers.
Not doesn't
Still
work with
haven't
Physics
me
is
too.
not my cup of tea.
Going to college without taking physics. Let's go.
Oh,
Wait,
guys.
wait, Wait, you never took physics?
Never
No,
taken a
never
physics
did.
class.
What
You took
science?
bio, right?
I took AP Bio
Yeah.
last year, and now I'm taking Orgo and Anatomy.
Mm.
I kind of regret not taking AP Physics, but 5
You
APs
could
is also kind of
listen,
crazy.
just because you didn't take it yet, you could still take physics in college. You won't be behind.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You could do it. I did it. I didn't take it in high school. I was fine in college, even though I'm not great in math.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this is the way I think about AP classes as well. It is a harder class. It's a level up. But as we age and as we learn, we also go that level
Yeah,
up.
you
So
do.
it's just like learning in a regular
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
There's no extra difficulty just because it has the words AP in front of it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think for AP classes for me, I feel like social media is like they always try to praise like, yeah, this is my full AP course schedule. Like APs like are hard. Like they're
They
AP
are.
for a reason. And like
Yep.
don't like I feel like people shouldn't feel pressured by like other friends that might be taking like really
Yeah,
rigorous
I
schedules.
agree.
Like I've got a lot of friends, you know, Owen and Ron are a couple of them, like, you know, AP Calc, you know,
It's
people are
hard.
taking AP Physics. And that's doable for some people, but for me, I'm just not good with numbers. Like it's never
I'm
really
not
clicked
either.
with me.
Yep.
So yeah. And another point I wanted to touch on was
Yeah.
when you go to college, I think the biggest misconception I had is that when you go to college, just say you're a business major, you're only going to take business classes your first year. I did not know that first year until coming to this year that you take core classes. You're
Yeah.
going to probably be taking
Yeah.
Sociology.
yeah.
Still the requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Major in literature, you have to take like a science
Yeah.
class for 2 years.
Yeah.
yeah, well, what's English major like? What's an English major?
I don't know. My
like?
brother's
That
a
would be
history
abysmal.
major. And it's
Straight reading
Dismal.
all day.
It is reading. It's reading and
Dismal.
writing long,
That is like-
long essays.
Yeah.
That's all my
I've
brother
seen
Declan
people
does.
have
Writing.
like 120 pages due in a day.
Yeah.
Maybe
like,
harder.
They'll have so much
Wow.
reading that it's literally impossible for them to read everything and actually
that
know it.
time.
So they have to choose what to skim,
Yeah.
what to actually study. That's just part of the being in the major. Too much information.
Unreal.
Oh, and you're taking AP Lit, right? Right
Yeah.
now? How has that been?
It's similar to how I heard it was last year. It's difficult in its grading, but I do really love writing
Yeah,
and
right.
reading.
That's good.
So it does let me put some of that out there. And we also do stuff like poetry analysis, which I'm a sucker for. And it's not in its the stuff we actually do. I wouldn't say it's very difficult. I'm on my phone most of the time, and I still have a whatever in the class.
Yeah.
But
She's a good teacher too.
yeah,
right?
she is a good
Mr. Cook?
teacher.
Yeah.
I
Shout out,
can
Mr.
I can
Cook.
very much tell she's passionate about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
I would say it does have a pretty big workload though. Like we got through a 300 something page book in 4 weeks, I think,
Really?
which
See,
may
that's-
not seem like a lot, but it was pretty crazy.
No, I bet that's a lot. That's
a lot.
Yeah, we'd have like
Yeah.
50 pages of reading. We have to do it in 2 days, and then we have a reading quiz, and then immediately after we're assigned another 60 pages of reading.
And that's the thing. If you love reading, if you're a bookworm, you're loving that class.
Yeah.
You're-
Except when it's nonfiction. The book was about how to analyze books better, so it was
I feel
pretty
like
meta.
it's
But
so easy to forget, you know, especially with your other workload, your other activities.
Oh,
with
yeah.
multiple
It's
other
so easy to
APs.
forget you have to read as homework. And
Yeah.
then you're screwed for the
Like
next day
like
on
we
a
have
quiz.
psych readings. I haven't opened the textbook in like 3 units because I just can't be bothered
class?
in
Psych.
psych,
Oh,
AP
psych.
psych.
Yep.
So
all,
I just
all the psych boys are laughing right now.
yeah
All
I
the
just
psych
go
boys
through the
are
quizzes
laughing
that
right
were
The
assigned.
psych
and I just-
boys are
Oh,
all
man.
going, same Owen.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so it
all
takes me
chuckling.
30 attempts to do the quizzes, but I get a 100 eventually.
I
Trial and
see
error.
the struggle every study with the
It's the
psych
worst.
boys. They're all doing the
Yeah.
quizzes and they're slamming
Yeah,
the
we're
table because they
crashing
get one
out. It's
question
so
wrong.
bad.
It's like I can't get a 95 on this. Like
When you get the 20th question wrong out of 20 questions, and you had a perfect score up till then, and it's like
That's
no,
right.
you
that's-
want to give Tiger
that's
Tech some more
aggravating.
jobs,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
like sophomore year Spanish
former Spanish was
with the
awesome.
garbanzo.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion equivalent. I mean, I don't have to go through the struggle of quizzes, but garbanzos are
Oh my
pretty damn
gosh.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
not
What is
Uh,
a garbanzo? What are you talking about? Garbanzo
the-
beans? Garbanzo.
You want to
It's
explain
just,
what they
it's
are?
just this thing in Spanish. It's kind
Oh,
of like
okay.
it's It's kind of like an MCAS test, honestly.
Oh,
You read
okay.
a story in Spanish, and then you have a bunch of questions about it. You have some context questions. You have some questions where you have to put the right word in the right place. They weren't
The matching
always
ones were the
difficult.
end of
Some
me.
of them were pretty hard, though.
Keep in mind,
Especially when there was horrible connection and there were like 3 minutes left in the day, and I just was losing my mind. And then I grab my Chromebook screen, I slap it like that, and it immediately cracks.
Oh my god.
keep in mind, Owen jumped up 2 Spanish levels in 1
One.
year, though.
Yeah,
Well,
he did.
1.
I went from
Duolingo
Spanish 1 to
master.
Spanish
Duolingo
three.
master.
It's all about the work.
I think today was my 930th day streak.
Dude, who the heck is your guidance counselor to do that to you? Make you jump up.
9:30. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Find
but
out
then
who
it's
that
between like
person is.
7 languages too. It's fun.
Well, maybe we can pit stop here. You mentioned earlier, and actually, Miss Abate, if you're watching, you mentioned this to me earlier.
Oh, Mr. Bates the best.
Yeah, Miss.
She's funny.
Shout out Miss Abate. You mentioned cars, and you're
I love
liking for
cars.
cars. So maybe let's get into a little bit of Mr. Christie's interests and hobbies.
Okay.
How'd you get into cars? What do you like about it?
I
Let's
don't
hear
even
it.
know why. Since I was a little baby, I loved cars. It's
you go.
like anything with wheels, I guess. It's just interesting to me. I don't know. Just always thought every TV show I grew up with, thinking back, had a special car in it. And the TV show made me love like a car.
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah.
But
Back
I
to the
don't know.
Future.
What's your dream car by chance?
My dream
What's
car?
your dream car?
Dream car. I would say
No budget.
No budget?
No budget.
No budget. Spree.
The Batmobile.
Good answer.
No,
Good
that's a
answer.
Give me the
Good
Toyota
answer.
That's a great answer.
I totally agree with him actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Honestly, the 60s version. The first one. I
really?
love
The one from the
those.
show?
Yeah.
I like that too.
I
I mean,
know.
the Tumbler would be awesome.
The
to be driving
Tumbler
on
would
the
be
highway.
good.
I think, realistically, though,
Realistic. Yeah, let's think that.
I'd either pick. Oh, that's tough. Either the Arkham Knight one or the Batman one.
The Batman.
Because
that's the
that
one
was
I
really
love.
down to earth,
That's the
but it
one
was
I
still
love.
super
It's a muscle
tough.
car.
Yeah.
It's a Dodge Charger, I think, and that's
think
what
so.
he converted
Dodge
into
something.
a Batmobile.
I have actually played with that car in a video game called Rocket League.
Really?
For all my Rocket
You have
League
a
fans out
Batmobile
there,
with
yes, I
Rocket
have
League?
played with the Batmobile.
Oh my
first,
gosh.
The first car I ever loved in my life, and to this day, you guys won't know it because you're too young, but there used to be this cartoon called Speed Buggy in the 70s.
Does
It was a
not
buggy
ring a bell.
car. It was a car that was like, it could talk,
Yeah,
and you had to feed it oil and stuff, and it was a dune buggy,
yeah.
and it had a
I feel like
face.
I've
Remember
seen that before.
Mr.
Mr.
Corey
Corey.
smiling.
Speed Buggy? Speed Buggy it had eyes. The headlights were eyes, and it had a mouth, and it was that was the car that had started. It was early 70s.
Yeah.
Then I went to real life cars like Starsky and Hutch, those shows. You guys don't know.
Dodge
those.
Challenger.
Speed
Dodge
Racer.
Challengers.
Dodge Charger.
Dodge Chargers.
that
Chargers.
one. No,
Chargers.
Starsky and Hutch was a Torino, a Ford Torino.
You like Speed Racer?
Speed Racer? Not
Or
really.
Akira?
No.
Was that big?
Not
That was
too much.
my dad watched that when he was
I
younger.
don't know. I didn't like that one too much. Oh, the cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the cartoon. I thought you meant the car.
Are you big into like fixing cars? Like,
Yeah.
do you know all of like the parts and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
I love restoring anything.
Yeah.
Anything from a car to someone's land, their lawn, or something. I just like to redo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Want to change my air filter?
yeah I can do that. I can change
I'll
it.
give you $10.
The air cabin, I can do that for
Yeah,
you.
I think the cabin one.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. Are there any
I
other?
actually wanted to do, during flex blocks at school,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to take kids who have no idea how to jumpstart a car or change a spare tire.
Oh, I would
I'd go
totally
with that.
and sign up for
I-
flex
oh
how
my
to
God.
It's a
jumpstart.
valuable
Yeah.
skill I need to learn. So
Skills
Actually,
like that,
yeah.
right? Or how to change a tire, jack your car up right, and take the wheel off, put a new tire.
Actually,
lifestyle.
really quick, shout out Matt Clark, one of my
yes.
boys. Yeah,
Yep.
he so when I was on the way to soccer practice one day,
What happened?
I completely took way too hard of a right turn and I slashed my tire and it fully popped. And I got to practice and I realized like this is almost fully flat. Like I was almost driving on the rim alone. So during practice, Matt was like, "I'll go check it out." I came back. He already had the spare on.
Did he? That's
If
nice.
I would have had no clue how to do that.
Really?
So shout out Matt. Definitely you
I
should
want
do
to do
that.
that.
100%.
Yeah,
I'd go
Mr.
to
Camo
that.
talk about it all
Car
the time, and
literacy.
I want to do that.
You should start that.
tires and how to jump start, because you guys might end up in a situation where your car won't start. And you're like, oh my God, now what? And you need somebody to help you jump start with cables.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like me when I accidentally pop my tire on a curb, don't remember I have a spare in the trunk, and then I drive home on my rim from the high school parking lot back to my house, and then it's like $1,500 or $1,800 to get it all repaired.
Oh my God.
Not including insurance, because it damaged something like inside the actual mechanism of the wheel.
Dude, tires are expensive too. I didn't realize how like expensive they can get.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, like
some of them are $200 a tire.
Yeah, I know.
Easily.
I thought it was way cheaper, to be honest. So
Tires are a lot.
yeah.
So yeah, I just love cars. I just love the whole mechanical side of it.
Yeah, it's nice. Do you have any other hobbies?
Hobbies?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I love my dog.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
What breed?
oh, my dog's he's a mix. He's a mutt, but he's got a lot of hunting dog in him.
Oh, I like that. I like
He's
that.
got like the floppy ears.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cute.
yeah.
And
So cute.
he'll stop and point and stare at something. And you're like, what are you looking at? And he's looking at a bug that you can't even see, but he could see it.
Oh yeah. Like if my dog sees a squirrel, it's over.
It's over.
Oh, it's over.
When he has that
season.
dark
Yeah,
side.
wait.
If my dog sees a bird, it's over.
Yeah.
He's chasing the bird. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. And he howls at
How old is your dog?
it. 4.
4.
Yeah.
So still got like the puppy energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love watching like Boston sports too. I
There
love
you go.
like Celtics and Patriots.
Yeah.
Celtics with the balls.
I know. I
Joe
love,
Biden.
I love the Celtics.
Yeah. Did you play growing up?
No, I
Any
didn't.
sports?
I played football my freshman and sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got hurt. I hurt my knee really bad, and my mom was like, "That's it, no more."
Yeah.
In her heavy accent.
Your parents tell you to not play sports
that
when
was
you
it.
get hurt?
No, yeah, I dislocated my whole kneecap, and it was my right knee, and I was a sophomore, and my mom's like, "No more," just like that.
I mean, I agree with her. Football is it's just not a healthy sport. It's not sustainable to play.
It's hard.
So that's why, in my opinion, like if you don't want to go to the NFL, you shouldn't play in college.
Yeah.
There's no offense to it. I do love my team and everything,
Of course,
and I
yeah.
want to win, but it's just like it's not good.
bad on
I
the
may have
body.
Achilles tendonitis. I got shin splints. I got problems with my knees. Thought my arm was broken for a
Really?
while.
Yeah.
Thought my wrist was broken. It's just, and it tires you out so
Yeah.
Football's definitely the most physically
demanding.
By
demanding. Like
Hockey.
sport.
And I
Yeah.
would say mentally demanding as well.
Isn't hockey?
Yeah.
I think ice hockey.
Oh,
also, right?
hockey is crazy too. Hockey is like
That's hard.
I've seen some of those hits. It's
and
Yeah.
a lot of endurance. You're skating and pushing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Skating can get tiring.
I don't think I play soccer and lacrosse for people that don't know. I still think like lacrosse can get pretty physical. Nothing compared to football or hockey. Those are pretty crazy.
Yep.
So Mr. Chrissy, I
Yeah.
do have one or two more questions, and then we can go to a fun little segment.
All right.
I want to ask if you could give your high school self
Yeah.
one piece of advice, what would it be?
What would it be?
What would it be?
Oh,
We're getting a little deep here, yeah.
Yeah, I would tell myself to challenge myself more and not be so scared of what other people thought.
Yeah, like failure, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, don't be.
Ask the questions. Not be afraid that you're gonna look not as smart as others by asking that question.
Just do more in general.
Yeah.
Like, be different.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different.
It's
Yep.
like- I like
Yep.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Like I used to kind of follow the crowd, I guess. Like certain bands would
Easy
come
to.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's natural for humans to be drawn to
Yeah.
just being a follower.
And if
Yeah.
a band came out that everyone else likes, I gotta like them too. But I really did not like them. But my friends like them, so I guess
Understandable.
I'll do it too.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, how do people listen to this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I know. Yeah, I would tell myself to not be afraid. Be myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yep.
Where do you see yourself? Another deep question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now?
10 years?
10 years from now. You still
Pro-
think you'll be doing guidance stuff?
Probably. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
53, so technically I could work, I think, till you're 60.
53, you look great, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, I'm 53.
Come on now.
I turned 53 yesterday.
Look at that.
Wait,
Happy
happy late birthday.
Man, thank you.
What'd you do to celebrate?
We went
Dinner
out to
anyway?
eat. Well, during the day, I didn't do much because, school and stuff. But I went at night. My kids and my wife, we went out to eat somewhere really nice. And it's called the Gardner Ale House. It's really good in Gardner. Of all places, Gardner.
That must have been good.
It was awesome. I'm telling you.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
What I got I got steak tips with
yeah.
garlic, mashed potatoes, asparagus.
Yeah.
And then I got like this cider donut sundae after my birthday. They stuck a little candle in it.
Yes.
Candle in it.
Yes.
Yep.
Did they all sing happy birthday to you or was it more? Okay.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Okay.
Cider donut with a candle in it.
Yeah, man, it was cider donut with ice cream and whipped cream on it with a thing on it, a candle. It was so good.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
was
sounds
fun.
legit.
Yeah. I'm at the age now where like every day is like a fun birthday day. It's weird. It's like,
Really?
yeah.
That's a great mindset.
Yeah, I don't know how to, because I have kids at home and I don't know.
Yeah.
I did learn this. Time goes by quick, guys. So try to embrace every minute you have. Because before you know it, you're 50.
Yeah, I know.
And
No,
then 53,
seriously.
which is fine. I mean, I still feel healthy and everything. But
That's good. No,
Really
the
look
way
at
the way this year's been going, I can't believe it's almost December.
Yeah.
know.
It's
Guys, is that nuts?
It-
That's why I just keep
it's
myself
crazy.
busy by doing everything possible.
Yeah.
I don't have time to think about how fast time's going.
And don't grow up too fast. Hold on to your inner like boy,
yeah.
inner kid. Yeah, that's why I'm immature. I know I am. That's why I kind of stay youthful because I'm still excited about stuff now that I loved when I was 19.
Yeah. That's
Doesn't
good.
change.
How old are the kids?
My son's 23. My daughter's 20.
And both in
Yeah.
college.
Oh, my daughter's in college. She's a sophomore at Worcester State. She wants to be a speech pathologist now.
Nice.
But my son, he's going to paramedic. He wants to be a paramedic firefighter. So
Ooh.
he's an EMT now, but he's going to paramedic school now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Where where do they go to high school? Do you
Leominster High.
Leominster High?
Leominster.
But you live in
Better
Gardner?
LHS.
I live in Leominster.
Or you live in Leominster?
Yeah, we just
Sorry,
went to
you
Gardner.
Sorry.
Hey, that looks like a cool place to school there.
Yeah.
So what's the morning routine if you live in Leominster?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
that's not bad. I get up. All right. My morning routine?
Yeah.
All right. You get up, right? Eat breakfast, take a shower, get ready for school. Take my dog out around the block once. My wife helps sometimes. She takes him. And then get my stuff ready and come to work.
Yeah.
what time do you wake up?
Oh, this is the bad one right here.
say
I
like
should
five.
get up earlier. You know how we start at 8:05?
Yeah.
I get up at like
Yeah, I'm in the same.
No. Whatever you say.
I promise
yeah.
you, it's not as bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
get up
definitely
at
not.
7.
No, whoa.
6:50.
That's
Really late.
I have been
that is
tardy
fine with me.
every day this
that's,
week.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
up at 7:10. I mean, I woke up at 8 today, but
Yeah.
Mr. Christie, guess what time?
You know what the trick is though? If you take a shower the night before or go to bed, just take your shower the night before, and then the next morning take another quick one. You're not as fast and not as long getting ready. You
I
just have
just
your clothes picked out. then
skip
you're
the
up and
morning
go.
shower. Don't need it. You stay clean in your bed.
and then you just get dressed and go.
Yeah. Yeah. How many hours do you get per night?
Sleep?
Yeah.
Not enough. I go to bed.
Amen.
Let's play higher, lower.
Huh?
Let's play higher, lower.
I already know. I already know.
We'll start 5,
It's
higher.
It's 5.5.
6.
Maybe 6.
Okay.
6.
It's
6 to
5.
8.
6 hours.
So
if
you go to
that.
bed at like 1 a.m.
I go to bed at like 12.
Oh,
But
that's
but
killer.
I
yeah,
gotta go 12:30. Is
Do you do
fine.
that too?
I
12:30
think
is like the earliest.
I can't help it.
On a school night,
Which
I
is
keep it hard
honestly-
11. I'm
Yeah.
knocked out.
that's see wait.
Usually takes me like
seriously 11.
Yeah, it
That's
usually
good.
takes me anywhere from 20 minutes to like an hour and a half to fall
If
asleep.
you can
though.
get 11 to 7 every day, you're golden.
Thing,
Yeah,
no,
11
thing is,
to
I'm
7.
not golden.
But I can't do that.
No, I can't
No.
either.
And this
So,
I
this
can't either.
this-
I'm like you. I go later.
12:30, 7:30.
one.
No, I'm lying. 7:40, 7:45.
You get up
Yeah.
that late.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like
I
get into
get
the
out.
parking lot.
I got
Get
that
out. I do what you said. Just get in the
Fast.
shower for like 1 to 2 minutes to wake up,
yeah.
leave.
Leave.
Like
It's crazy.
and this is a thing for me too. Like I also am running the like
The what?
probably right now 1 to 7:30, which is way too late.
Ew.
And I understand. I know. I should be going to bed. I should be doing your schedule.
You go to bed at 1?
Like 12:30 to 1. Yeah. It's just
Naps are
it's
a big factor, I will say.
I know. So
Oh.
Ronan is the CEO
nap
of
king.
naps.
I'm a nap
Ronan can talk
CEO.
about.
It's
only one
tough.
person I
In
know.
season, you don't ever do naps. It's too risky. You get in the zone, you might just miss practice accidentally.
Really?
Like, my underclassmen years of basketball, like, man, I'd try a nap and time would go by, and next thing you know, it's 5 minutes before practice.
Wow.
And you're
No,
basically late.
Yeah.
Seriously, it
It's
feels like you didn't even fall asleep.
You
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
yourself
Tired, right?
tell yourself you'll only take a 30-minute nap because you really need it, and it just goes.
Do you wake
by.
up more tired? Because I feel like if I ever take a nap, I'm tired after. I can't wake up.
Do I
It's like,
wake
ugh.
up tired? Are you saying after the nap or?
Yeah, after the nap, you don't feel
I'd-
as alert.
I do.
Yeah.
I would say
I
for
will say.
there, right after I wake up from a nap, there's like a 30-minute period where I'm just like
Yes.
Like,
see, that's
that.
what I'm
But
referring to.
I do think it can help.
Yeah.
I think like
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But after those 30 minutes, sorry to cut you off. Like,
yeah, it's all good.
you are so much more energetic than what you would have been if you
Yeah.
didn't take the nap.
They take the nap.
So I think
I
it's
don't know
worth the
about that.
trade-off. Me personally.
Mr. Chrissy, do you take a lot of naps?
Never.
Never.
I should.
Yeah. Well,
I don't.
No,
yeah,
honestly,
it's-
you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like,
don't.
if you don't want to, like, both of our sleep schedules are probably not very good.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I
That's
would
the only
not
thing.
recommend.
I should. Man, when I was a little kid, I wouldn't go to bed before 11:30. This is when I was in 3rd grade.
Really? Was it just
Oh
like
my
sleep?
gosh. What did you have to do at 11:30?
I didn't want to. I don't know. I felt like I was missing out.
No, okay.
What are my parents watching on the TV? The news. Oh, but what? You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to be up. It
Yeah.
was weird.
That's the kid.
Wanna
That's
be
the kid
alert.
in you. You want to just
Yeah.
want to experience everything.
Yeah.
Like I was missing.
Yeah. The thing for me is I usually either get like I try for 6 hours every night.
Yeah.
I feel like when I get 6 hours, I think Owen might have told me this once, but when you don't get enough sleep, your body's kind of on like survival mode or something
Right,
like that.
yeah,
But I feel like there's three stages for me. It's either pretty normal, I get 6 hours of sleep, and it's actually not that bad. I feel worse when I get 7.5 hours.
I agree.
I
Oh,
feel
me too.
and
I'm
then
so used to 6 hours.
Me too.
So,
and
like,
then the third one
I'm the same
is
way.
on the weekends. I feel heavenly when I get those 9.5, 10 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
let me explain.
Yes.
This is
Okay, we're all right.
12 to
and
9:30.
everyone. I understand. This is why my sleep schedule's messed up. I know I'm messing up my sleep schedule by waking up at 7:30 a.m. on the weekdays, and then I sleep in till 10:30
so
on the
bad.
weekends. That is why I know
That's
my sleep
why.
schedule's messed up. But I think that's a big thing. That's why people's sleep schedules get messed up.
But it works for you too.
It is,
Right?
but I could be doing probably better. But
Yeah.
it's probably what's going to be for the next.
That's why I always try to keep myself busy, man. Like, just the state of getting
Bro.
too comfortable on the weekends. Your
No.
day goes by so
I
fast.
know.
when you
It
wake
does
up.
though.
The
Like,
difference between waking up at 8:30 to
Oh,
11:30
I agree.
is actually astonishing.
Yeah.
yeah, like
It's true.
Saturdays are my only days to relax when I have stuff going on, and it's just like I look at my phone, scroll through 1 or 2 reels, boom, 12:30, boom, gotta
And I
go
can
to
imagine
church,
for
boom,
you,
gotta-
after a Friday night game, where your body is fully
I feel it in the morning.
like
I do
Yeah.
not
it's
want
easy to
stand
stay in
up.
bed, bro, because you can't. It's
I
hard
meant to
get
ask
up.
you, like the next day, do you feel really sore?
Yeah,
After the game.
all the
Sure, it's
adrenaline.
more than sore.
It's honestly even when I get
Adrenaline.
home, when I'm in the shower, got the scalding hot water hitting all my cuts and bruises, and all the energy in my body just releases
Yeah.
in the shower, and I just like I feel like if you got hit by a car,
Yeah.
but you still got to keep going, like
Yeah.
you're Tom Cruise or something.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
Mr. Christie, what was
Yeah.
your sleep schedule like during COVID? I just wanted
During
to ask.
COVID?
Yeah, I thought about that. I wanted to ask because
I don't even.
that
I don't
was
even
that
know
was
the
my
answer to that.
worst. Yeah, that was my worst era ever. You would
I don't
not
think it was
believe.
I think
very-
Brendan repped 4 a.m. trait.
I was for the 12. I was for the
Oh
12.
my
That's
gosh.
disgusting.
Hey guys,
4 a.m. to 12
yeah,
in the morning?
I watched
I mean,
I watched the
noon?
whole Office series in under 2 weeks.
Oh,
That is
man,
crazy.
For the 12.
The
I'm not-
Office?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, The
That's
Office.
funny.
For the 12. That was the most outrageous.
Well,
yeah.
have you ever repped 7 to 1:30 trait like I did on Sunday because of my nose bleeding incident? Oh,
Seven-
Oh my gosh.
For people who don't know,
What happened?
on Saturday night, I I've been having like gushing nose bleeding problems this
Really?
past week. And so my nose was bleeding for like 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
So I had to go to the hospital,
Yeah.
try to cool it down. I mean, terrible service,
past
by
Saturday?
the way.
This past Saturday?
I got there 11:30, didn't get treated till, I didn't get put in a room till 1:30. And then like,
And the
we
whole
had-
time you're sitting like this.
like luckily I was stable.
Yeah.
So like I was fine, but left at 2 and then I went to bed at 3, right? Because we got back like 2:45. Woke up at 5 to the same thing. Straight bloody nose for an hour. And then,
Yeah, the bloody nose sucks.
then it
scary.
stopped. Went to bed at 7. Tried to tell myself, all right, let me just get up at 9:30. But I had no sleep.
Yeah. No wonder you didn't. go
That
to the
my
crucible.
like I don't even know how many hours that is right now on the top of my head, but that's probably at least 6. So 7 to 1:30 was what my schedule was on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that is why I've been late every day
Every day this week.
because I cannot fix it.
It's
right
hard
now.
to once it's
And
messed
so-
up, it's hard to get
It is
back.
hard,
And
yeah.
usually, and thankfully, we've got Thanksgiving coming up.
Oh,
Breaks are a great time to
Hallelujah.
reset it. I know.
I don't think I changed in COVID. I really didn't.
That's yeah.
And you know why? Because I was so. COVID was a scary time for me too, because I was like so worried I was gonna like not be able to do my job right.
Yeah. How did that affect the whole
It was
guidance
hard,
aspect
man.
of it?
It was hard
Yeah.
because we were doing Google Meets with kids, and it just wasn't the same. You know
That was in person's probably
That
so
kind of
much
takes
better.
away from part of
Yeah.
your ability, don't you think? Like
oh,
just
completely.
being able to
Yeah.
relate in person, yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have that again.
I know.
Thank
I know. So
God. Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I would like to transition.
Okay.
We've created
Yay.
a little list of questions
Oh
here.
yeah, let's do it.
So
should
the
do
this
one
is
of
this is
Five-
yeah, so I
five
think
ones?
we'll go
like one in each
yeah.
section
Yeah.
and then go back.
No, let's just all rotate. So I'll go. Ron,
Are we
Ellen.
doing he doesn't have to explain.
Yeah. So
just-
so this
Are
is
we allowed
called
to answer as
so,
well?
yeah. So this is called this or that. The
Okay.
goal is practically to speed answer all
Oh,
these
yeah.
questions.
Okay.
Try not to think too hard.
Okay.
There are some interesting ones.
It's all right.
And then we can talk about them after. But just for right now,
Yeah.
I have
As fast as you
strong
can, okay?
opinions on
I'll,
some of
Okay.
these.
yeah.
All right, ready? So it'll go me, Ron, and Ellen, and we'll go down there.
Alright.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza,
Coffee or tea.
coffee,
Sweet or salty snacks?
sweet,
Ice cream or cake?
ice cream,
Breakfast or dinner.
breakfast every day.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl,
Books or movies?
movies,
Cold or warm showers.
warm,
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix,
Online shopping or in-store shopping?
in store. I'm a geezer.
Oh,
I'm an old guy.
Clip
dude.
bar.
I like to go in the store.
Wait, can you explain just really quickly? Sorry, I know. Can you explain what a geezer is?
Geezer?
Yeah, just in your definition.
There's
Can
a
you-
Uh,
different, there's a
yeah.
different definition for
Really?
everyone.
Can you?
Yeah.
To me, geezer is like just some grumpy like guy that's like been through everything.
That's
It's like,
acceptable.
don't bother me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Doesn't like anything,
Yeah.
and just goes and like complains.
Yeah,
And I'm not like
I
that,
like
but
that. I
I
like
think
that,
because
though.
of the age, you know, everyone thinks, oh, you're a geezer.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, I think it's me. This was
Yeah.
an interesting one because I've seen your room.
Yeah.
There is a right answer to this one.
Okay.
Marvel or DC?
Oh man. Now Marvel,
I
but
figured.
more so DC as a little kid.
Oh.
Superman was it when I was growing up
Yeah.
in that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Actually, yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're gonna have to come back to that one.
We'll come back.
All
We'll come back.
Comedy or drama shows?
I like dramas. I actually do.
Facebook or Twitter?
I don't do either. You
Fair,
know?
fair,
Good answer.
fair,
I
fair.
really
Good
don't have
answer.
either.
Respect it.
iPhone
Like
or
I said, I'm a
Android?
geezer. I don't do either one.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Harry
That's
Potter
awesome.
or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Road trip or flying?
Road trip.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So okay, we'll go back. We'll go back. We'll go back.
Okay.
City or rural?
Rural.
Cruise or resort?
Say it again.
Cruise or resort?
I've never been on a cruise, so cruise. 'Cause I've never
Cruise, I
tried
like
it.
that.
So I
There
want
you
next
to
go.
try
one's
it.
kind of similar in my opinion. I'll go to the next
Yeah,
one.
we can-
Yeah.
Football or basketball?
Football.
Nike
Sorry.
or Adidas?
What's that? Nike or Adidas?
Yeah.
Nike. See, I got Nikes on right now.
There we go. MMA or
Choice.
boxing?
Boxing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
agree.
We're going back.
Right.
Watching sports in person or on TV?
On TV, I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you hear the commentary.
There you go.
The
Yeah,
camera
that plays a
angles,
big
man.
role.
College or professional?
Professional. Sorry.
Okay, these ones.
I love these questions.
Now we got
Oh
our
my goodness.
random category.
Okay.
Okay, you might
Yeah.
need to think about this a little bit
Yeah.
more.
You
Interesting.
can take your time
Okay.
with this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have a permanently clogged nose or a piece of popcorn stuck between your teeth forever. Both terrible. Both.
Someone
This is easy
who's
for
had
me.
gushing nosebleeds over the past week, like
That's
the nose is not.
no
like,
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Piece
though.
of
Yeah.
I
Popcorn.
agree.
Popcorn.
I agree with the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Someone who's
Forever?
been sick for months.
Forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
absolutely.
So you're saying you would rather the
Mm-hmm.
clogged nose?
No, the popcorn.
You would rather the popcorn?
I'd rather the
Okay.
popcorn.
Oh, you'd okay, yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
You'd rather popcorn?
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh no, I disagree.
I'd rather. The
You'd rather have a
popcorn.
clogged nose?
100%.
You don't get your nose isn't clogged
Guys,
enough then.
that is
You don't
that's the
appreciate
biggest
breathing
ick
through
when
your
the
nose.
kernel gets stuck
Nope.
in my.
But it's not a you
have to
can't
breathe through your mouth.
If you're a mouth breather, that's one thing. That's a problem in the first place. If you have a clogged nose, you can't breathe. There's
Or
a difference
smell.
between
Like,
breathing,
I'm congested in the
can't breathe or
hallways.
smell than an ick because of taste.
what?
It is
Yeah.
uncomfortable to taste.
I'm congested in the hallways, and I'm trying not to open my mouth too much to breathe through it because I
Makes
don't want to
me-
look like a mouth breather. So I have to go like,
It's got me
I'm congested all the time. I have sinuses all the time.
Yeah.
got me thinking I should have been more grateful when I could breathe. 100%.
oh, absolutely. I think that every time I'm sick.
Every time that's canon.
All right,
All
is
right,
it-
next question. Fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses. If you want me to repeat that, I can.
Hold on. One horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
Or 100 duck-sized horses.
Yes.
One big duck. Horse-sized.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Because you can whack them on one side and then get around
Turn
and
around.
do them
I-
again.
that was
Get
my
'em in the
logic.
gut.
All
Hey,
right.
hey, but
And then
you
try
know,
to get 'em in
the
the
duck's
gut.
got the pinching bills.
Yeah.
So if it's scaled up to the size of a horse, that thing
Horse.
could smush you.
I know.
Well-
Not if you're quick.
Yeah, true.
Ducks
You're
are
on
pretty
the
quick.
agility,
I'm
like
just saying.
Mr. Christie.
Yeah.
Unicorn with a mustache or monkey in a top hat?
Monkey in a top hat. Monkey in a top hat.
I found that one
What?
on Pinterest.
I like the monkey
Oh
in the
my
top
gosh.
hat. I don't know why.
All right, I'm skipping 34 because not all people liked it. Would you rather not be able to brush your teeth or not wear deodorant for the rest of your life? Sorry, yeah, I had to.
Oh.
This,
Not brush your teeth or not wear deodorant.
not be able to brush your teeth
Like,
or not
including
wear
the
deodorant for the rest of your life.
Deodorant. Not
Yeah.
wear. I
Yeah.
gotta
You would-
brush.
but
my teeth.
yeah.
I don't want my teeth to fall out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you're gonna get like
It's
a
teeth.
root canal or a cavity or something. Bro. It's
Because you can still take showers and rinse the BO off.
Right.
there. No. He's real. No,
Hey,
he's
you
keeping it
can
real.
still use perfume as well. Fragrances.
Everlasting
Cologne, I guess.
perfume. Just
Yeah.
have a certain scent of a
Yeah.
cologne.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you can
Walking
like,
through the halls every day.
On the other hand, having the BO is good repellent.
Oh,
If you don't want people
True.
around, you just be like, yeah,
yeah, yes, sir. yes, sir.
yeah, stop talking to me.
don't come near me because you know what will
Embrace it.
happen, right?
Embrace it.
So leave me alone.
There you go. It's a
It's a
lethal
repellent.
weapon.
It's a repellent.
Yeah. Okay. So those were kind of rapid.
Yeah.
Are there any? I think the most controversial one. I think Owen over
Here's
here.
one I wanna go back
Owen
to.
did not like.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel, DC.
You picked the wrong one.
I did.
Oh,
Explain yourself.
But he did
Okay.
say both kind of.
Yeah, well, this is why. Okay, as a little kid, I loved capes. And I thought it was the coolest thing. Like, Superman had a cape, Batman had a long cape, Robin had a cape. Even Wonder Woman at one point had a cape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marvel doesn't really have capes. How many capes do you know? Other than
All right.
Do you want
Magneto?
All right,
No,
Doctor Strange.
To
me,
that's not a good
Magneto,
enough reason.
Dr.
No.
Mr. Mysterious.
To say one is better because of capes.
Yeah, capes, man. I love
Okay,
Superman's
but here's
cape.
another thing. We got to clarify. Are we talking about modern media? Are we talking about the characters themselves? Comic books? Like, what is
fair,
the,
that's
what
fair.
are the
I'd say-
Are you
parameters?
saying better or
Because
favorite?
if we're talking about MCU versus DCEU,
Oh, no
it's
comparison.
easy Marvel.
No comparison.
But if we're talking
MCU.
about actual characters
Yeah.
or even comic books
Yeah.
or video
Batman
games,
and
honestly,
Superman alone
I would
do
say
heavy
DC, no
damage,
question.
so.
Yeah.
Even with the Spider-Man games, I say all the Arkham games
Yeah.
win easily.
The thing that turned me into Marvel big time was the X-Men. I love mutants. I don't know why.
That's
You
it.
like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I never liked those guys.
What?
I don't know
Interesting.
why.
I was never a fan either.
Actually, no, to be honest,
I like
I've actually
Michelangelo.
never watched it.
Acting all offended when he says that.
Yeah.
But DC was my first because of the heroes. Batman, the car,
Yeah.
Same. And my
Batmobile,
dad.
The individual, yeah.
Superman, his red cape and boots.
Yeah.
And then Marvel, Captain America's shield. See, it's little things
True.
that
I was
that
a Captain America guy too.
The shield got me, and then Wolverine's
Thor's
claws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was a
with all
lot.
the action figures.
I freaked
and
a
stuff.
kid out one day. Oh my god, we were at a restaurant, and I don't know why. And this was recently, this past summer. We were at a restaurant. I took all my kids like knives that they have, like, and I put them like in my hand and held it so it looked like I had like.
Yeah.
And this little kid, probably 7 years old,
So
was at the
crash
other, like across, and I did it. I went like that, and the kid thought I had like real Wolverine
Oh
claws.
my god.
I felt so bad.
Where was that?
It was at Texas Roadhouse.
Texas.
I remember that. Yeah. And they had these big steak knives, so the blades were like way
yeah,
out.
yeah. God.
And you didn't see the wood part; it was just the metal.
That's
and it looked
awesome.
like it looked legit, like Wolverine
I
claws.
used to do that all the time too.
Did you?
Yeah, just put stuff in between my fingers and
Yeah.
say, "I'm Wolverine."
I'm Wolverine.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You said actually this was an easy one.
What?
Harry Potter versus Star Wars.
Star
Wars,
no
all day.
question.
Anyone here? Harry Potter? Ron it.
You like
All right.
Harry Potter?
No.
Let me prep myself.
I don't really like either.
No.
I think. Are we talking movies?
Just the media in general.
Like the whole.
I'd probably lean Star Wars. I think it's more of a general watch.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And when
I
I
feel like
think-
the last Star Wars movies were not very good though.
Guys,
I'm
when
kind
I-
of original guy.
Kind of ruined the legacy.
yeah, we
Yeah.
pretend those don't
Originals.
exist.
So
Yeah.
I would say the first couple Harry Potter books. I mean, you have to read them. It's a staple. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. To me, I'd probably edge Star Wars.
And when I say
I'd
Star
probably-
Wars, I'm talking the 70s and early 80s movies.
Yeah.
The
3, 4, and 5.
The first three are like.
after
my
like
favorite.
after like
Those are-
Force Awakens,
Yeah.
it was like for me that was like
No,
Yeah.
Rogue One is the last
Oh,
movie
fair.
that I'll
That's fair.
acknowledge that
That's
actually
fair.
came out.
I love that.
The other
Did you
ones
like
don't
Rogue
exist.
One? That was
I love
good.
it. It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
I love that one. Me too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites of the newer ones.
That's I wish I had.
And then the only two
Knowledge like
shows
that.
that I like to pretend exist are Clone Wars and Rebels.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Clone Wars.
Andor. I haven't really watched Andor much.
Are they
though.
gonna make another one? They
Another
started
what?
making like another Star Wars movie. You
Yeah, I
think?
think they're planning on another trilogy.
Talk
even.
to Mr. Walsh about the Mandalorian.
Mr.
Oh.
Wall.
Fanatic about the
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Maybe I didn't know that. Maybe I will. Now.
Fanatic.
Maybe I will now.
And he knows every detail. He loves the Mandalorian.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
good things.
Mandalorian's overrated.
Hey,
It was
one
alright.
question was about city or
Rural.
no.
Oh, you're
city.
saying
Mountain
mountains
or
or
beach? Mountain or beach?
Mountains or
Oh,
beach?
mountain or beach?
Mountain or beach?
I like the mountains because it's more mysterious.
Oh, I was about to say I would.
You never know if you're gonna get kidnapped.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Like
disappear.
bears and stuff.
I actually don't even know if I could pick one, but
I'd pick mountains.
I probably would go
agree.
mountains, just like the
Okay.
views. Like,
Yeah.
I know you can still get views at a beach,
Yeah.
but like there's something about just being up
And
there.
hiking on the mountains.
I
and
know.
just sitting
To
in
be
the
fair,
bed all
I've
day.
never really been to the mountains like that.
No.
So it's like
But if you've seen like the cool videos on TikTok,
like,
or, like
just looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
just looking at Kanye's album cover. I mean,
yeah, I saw
if you know, you know, like those
What,
those
Vultures?
mountains.
the.
No. The
I know you're. Yeah,
What's
it's
I
blue.
forgot
It's
that-
blue. It's like
Ghost Town. I forgot the album.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the album name. But I just like I can understand
Yeah.
you guys appreciating the view.
Yeah.
I will say, Mr. Christie, me and you did, and I was
Yeah.
going along with you
What's that?
in my head. We did have a lot of the same answers.
Did we? Yeah.
I'd,
I was
say,
looking at
I'd say we had a lot of the same answers.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of shocked me, you said drama over comedy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain. I would figure. Me and you laugh
Yeah.
a lot together.
Yeah,
I
we
figured
do.
you would be a comedy
I like
guy.
comedy too, but drama, I'm not sure. Like, I don't mean like, I think I mean more action.
You mean
Okay,
action.
yeah.
Okay,
Probably
okay.
action would
Drama,
have been.
like,
drama
okay,
is
yeah.
super broad. Drama, you can have
True,
soap
true.
operas, you can
Yeah.
have
No.
action shows, you can have
Like-
thriller shows, you
Yeah.
can have mysteries, you can have horror. Those all fall under
Yeah.
drama. Comedy's much more exclusive,
Yeah.
and it's much easier to pick something out of a drama than a comedy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like when I think drama, I think of action drama movies.
Yeah.
Like, What's a recent one I saw? I saw the Liam Neeson new movie. I forget the name of it now, where he had to like find his daughter when she was like
There's
kidnapped.
like another Taken movie.
Another Taken movie. It was one of those. But all those movies.
Are you big
movies,
into
the
love
Rocky
movies?
Rocky, yeah.
Huh?
Are you big into like love dramas, romance dramas?
No, not so much. Well, I like them because my wife loves them, of course. You know, but I like Rocky movies. Those are good.
You like the
Yeah.
classics?
Yeah, I like them all. I like all the
Rocky
Rocky
movies. I see some Rocky parallels in Cobra Kai.
Oh no.
Yeah,
All right, next topic.
Quiet.
I never saw Cobra Kai.
You never
Never
saw
Well,
it?
No, I
actually,
need to.
fun
It's so
fact, you
bad.
mentioned that we will be having next episode.
That was yeah.
Cobra Kai will be
One of the
mentioned.
next episodes.
Oh
Cobra,
no.
one of the next episodes.
Really?
Cobra, yeah, sneak peek for the
Yeah.
people at home.
Oh,
Oh,
for the
man.
podcast?
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
to look up at the camera.
Cobra Kai.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So that was-
But
There is one. There are actually two that I want to go back to, but
What?
college or professional. I just gotta say,
yeah.
Wait, what was your answer
I-
for this?
he said professional.
Okay.
So I have to say, I think it depends on the sport. Basketball, professional, no question.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest one that I can immediately say college is college football.
Football, really?
Because this season, oh my gosh, it has been crazy.
And
like
college?
the upsets, like the people that are undefeated, Boise State, Indiana, like everything has just been absolutely insane. And professional is just the Chiefs won. Oh, the Lions
Yeah,
won.
I know.
It's
This
like, oh,
season,
big shock.
this
Like
season, this season has been a
It's like
boring NFL season.
Colorado Mining
If you're-
School can beat Colorado State. You're never going to have the Panthers beat the Chiefs. There's so much more diversity,
Yeah.
variety. You act like
But
in
in that
college, you
case-
don't know what's going to happen.
In that case, you should also have college basketball over professional
So,
basketball. It's the same argument.
I'm not
I
as
feel
in-
like it's the type of viewer like.
But
who
those
you
games are so much closer.
If you would
anyways.
rather see upsets, you're more of a college guy. But if you would rather see higher like chess matches going on with coaches and like
Yeah.
closer like
and the refs.
yeah. Okay, that's like one thing that I feel like in both sports
You know,
have been
yeah.
pretty bad.
Conspiracy theory, not really, but the NFL like legally changed their status to entertainment instead of sports. So that would legally give them the right to manipulate betting,
Yeah.
and they could literally write scripts if they wanted to because it's entertainment.
Really?
It's not sports.
The NFL?
Yeah,
When did that happen?
and
Like,
I
legally?
don't know. A couple of years ago, I think I remember seeing multiple things about it.
Huh.
yeah,
That's sad.
I feel like it's hard for me to appreciate college sports when I'm not in college yet. I feel like when I'm in
Yeah, when
college,
you're in college,
and
you
I
will.
have a team to root for, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
100%,
Like
100%.
I can't
Right.
really grasp on the college sport except for March Madness. March Madness, everyone's like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm giving it my best shot. You know,
Yeah.
I'm doing my research for 2 days, but like I don't have a team to support necessarily. So I feel like once I go to college,
You
I feel
will.
like it's easier
Yeah.
to follow, and then I feel like it's more of a easier comparison.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say, my birthday's in March,
It is.
and it's a pretty bad month. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I will say it's an underrated time of year.
I will say
March.
weather sucks. There's not much going on, but the one thing that does make my birthday month better, March
March
Madness.
Madness.
That is an all-time favorite for me. And guess what? I'm gonna get flamed. I have no ball knowledge. I don't watch basketball actually at all. I don't follow really any sports. But when March Madness is on,
Everyone's tuning in.
everyone is tuned in. It's not
yeah.
just me, but yeah, it's so I
don't
love
care
everything
what
about it. Yeah.
classes. I don't care what classes I'm finding the March Madness games on.
Yeah, maybe this will be the year a teacher streams
March
March Madness for the class.
Shout out Mr. Festukas. I heard.
Oh,
I
no.
heard he
I
would
was-
let the classmates. This was
Watch
also
it,
for the
yeah.
World Cup too.
true.
Oh,
we
World
were we
Cup.
were in like mixed
Sophomore
class
year of
trying
World
to-
Cup.
Mr.
I-
Walsh.
Yeah. I didn't have. Actually, I never had either of them at the time, but I remember
We'll wrap it up,
streaming.
we'll wrap it.
Yeah. I remember streaming the World Cup games in
Really?
the library.
in
And
school,
the
all
library.
those pirated
Martin,
web-
Neil
we're
Cobb.
not allowed to say that.
Everyone in my study.
I just talked to Mr. Fasukas today.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
yeah.
Yeah, he texted me randomly
That's
to say hi.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
good.
He's doing good.
Well, what an episode
Yeah.
that was today.
How long?
Could have
That
gone for
was-
another hour.
Yeah, that
Pleasure to
was.
bring you
I love
two
this.
on.
I could do this
know.
again.
Thank you, gentlemen,
Of
for
course.
joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
nice job.
Yeah, great episode. For those of you that are tuning in via YouTube, this time I promise we will put our Instagram and Spotify links right here. I promise you the links will appear this time. I will edit it myself.
When you say right here, you're talking.
Oh yeah, the camera. They're gonna see it. They're gonna see it right there. It's gonna pop up right there.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I know. And if you are tuning in on Spotify, our YouTube is LHS Tigers Today. If you want to watch us
Don't forget
on
this.
video, yeah.
Show.
I don't know when this is coming out, but go see The Man Who Came to Dinner, LHS Drama,
Go
November
see-
22nd to
go
24th.
support.
This will be posted tonight.
Alright.
Tonight.
Go visit.
So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.